Hey everyone, I apologize for the delays in getting episodes out recently. I've been experiencing slow shipping and back orders on certain parts in order to get the engine bay prepped here. So what I'm going to do is release a couple of older videos that I filmed about a year ago. They are both on the Celica and the Miata, and I hope you'll enjoy them. Here they are. Hello viewers, and welcome to another episode of the Slow Car Salon. Today we're going to address a part of the Celica's interior that I've been pretty unhappy with ever since I bought the car 2.5 years ago, that being the carpet. It's had dog hair and stains and just been pretty gross in general, and I finally got something to replace it. And we're working in the garage today just because it's a little cold and rainy out. Regardless, let's go take a look at the new carpet and what we're going to go put in. Alright, so this is the package I received today. I bought this carpet off of Rock Auto. It was just the kind of standard ACC replacement carpet that I guess they use a kind of floor pan from a donor car and mold the carpet to, but it's supposed to be a pretty quality thing. I got the cut pile carpet with mass backing, so it's supposed to have some amount of rubber and sound deadening in it somehow. So let's open this up and see what it looks like. Alright, that wasn't too hard to get out of the package. It wasn't even wrapped up or anything like that, but here they are. I guess for the main front passenger carpeting area, this gives you a two-piece kit, looking like this one is for the front and this one is for the rear. And I remember from looking at stuff on the ACC manufacturer website is that you do have to trim these down to some extent to get them to fit the car properly. So stuff will have to be cut out of this center tunnel section, center console section, for the shifter hole area, the e-brakes, center console, etc. It also looks like it comes with a little bit of a kind of plastic pad here for your heels with the pedals, which is kind of cool because that's something you see on the stock carpet as well. It's a little wrinkled up, but I think, well, once we get it fitted to the car and get everything kind of shaped and trimmed and everything like that, it should come out to match the floor pan a little bit more closely. Well, step one is bring the car in the garage here and get ready to take the old carpet out. Okay, car's in the garage. Good, out of the rain. Car's a little dirty from all this rain, of course, but that's okay. But let's just take a quick look at what I might need to attack in order to get this carpet out. Obviously, seats are the first thing, center console, maybe some of this trim back here where the radio is, some of the kick panels around the bottom corners maybe. I'm not exactly sure what's going to be involved for the back seats, maybe just removing the rear cushion, which is a small headache, but not too bad. Otherwise, looking forward to getting this gross carpet out of there. Hopefully we'll round off this black and gray theme I've got going. Alright, well, that was a little more annoying to get out on this side just in terms of, lack of space, I suppose, but, alright, both seats extracted. Next, probably center console, the seat belt buckles, and back seat. Alright, well now that that's done, you can see, well, especially around the center console and center transmission tunnel area here, just how gross these seats were, despite, multiple attempts on my own end to try to vacuum this up and keep it all clean, but yeah, this was pretty gross now that everything is uncovered. In back, well, that's, you can see right around there is where the carpet ends, and actually, the OEM carpet is also in two pieces. It kind of splits along there, kind of where the hump is for the front bolts of the seat brackets. So I guess the aftermarket piece really does mimic OEM, which is pretty cool. And yeah, this is so gross. Especially the contrast of, brown stains and a very light blue carpet. This is just, it's a murder scene in here. Now we're at the stage where I think, granted, I probably have to remove the door sills still, the corners of the dash, the kick panels, back there as well. And I think those should be the last elements that are needed to get this old carpet out. Okay, now that's pretty much everything that needs to get out so the carpet can come out. Quick note, there's a little metal thing right here that's basically a little bracket so that the center console can screw in. You had to remove that because that sort of gets encapsulates the carpet a little bit, but once that's out, it's pretty much good to go. However, with some limited room, I think what I'm going to do is bring the car outside, pull the carpets out, bring them in here, and then use them as a guideline in order to trim my new carpet. So that's step number, I'm not even keeping track anymore. Let's just do it. Now that I brought the car outside, I was about to pull out the rear carpet and just realized that I forgot to take out the seatbelt buckle fasteners that hold the bottom of the, not the buckle, but the actual belt itself here. So that's the last thing, I suppose. Okay, carpets are out, and I have both the new ones and the old ones next to each other. That way I can kind of overlay them and try to figure out what areas I need to trim and kind of what I need to cut to make the new ones fit like the old ones did. Now, obviously, I think that's going to require a little bit of some cleaning up and vacuuming, as I do not want the filth of these old carpets to taint my nice new carpets. Look at that, but there's already crap in them, I suppose. But I brought a vacuum for that to clean up a little bit. I guess one thing to note about this front carpet is just how much has been taken out of the center, which I guess is no surprise. They get one piece of carpet with the backing in it and press it in the mold and then etc. They fold it up and ship it, so it's not too bad. Alright, so after lining these up, both front and rear, I'm actually amazed at just how well the aftermarket piece matches up with the factory carpeting. Now, I guess one thing I noticed is, these OEM carpets have this kind of edging that appears to be kind of stapled in place, it looks like. I don't know if I think I might have to transfer that onto the new carpet, probably after trimming. And I think my strategy for this kind of trimming job is that I think I'll leave a little bit more overhang than where the OEM carpet leaves, and then try to mark out where all the cuts need to be made for things like the console and the shifter and whatnot. And then, back here, I think this is kind of where the console and stuff continues. And then, yeah, just go from there. Obviously, a little bit goes a long way in terms of cutting once, measure twice is probably a good method here too. Also considering that if I cut off too much, you can't really go back from that point. So, I guess it's a matter of being careful. Let's get to it.
You and I forever.
Okay, so I've gotten to the point where I've made enough incisions in the new carpet in order to get it to fit around the car, and so I can make adjustments and whatnot. Even here in the rear, I started making a couple of the holes to line up for the seat mounts and whatnot. The center stuff I haven't really cut out yet, but I try to leave at least a 1-inch margin on the carpet around the edges, although, you know, I'm about to move this carpet so it doesn't quite look that way. Even some of the slits for the rear seat spring clips to, you know, hook those in. So I think next step is vacuum the car out, you know, while the carpets are out, then bring it in and see how we fit things up. Okay, wow, there has been a lot of time going by making all these little incisions, you know, lined up exactly with where everything should be, and basically just getting this whole rear carpet fitted up anyways. Wow, okay, it is almost 1 in the morning, and I'm almost through with getting the front half of the carpet in. Definitely needs a little more trimming around the center console, radio, and shifter area in order to fit, because I'm having an issue kind of tucking it underneath the footwells on either side, so I think I'll have to pull it back out and do some more trimming against the original carpet there, but good effort so far. Okay, it's another day. Brought the car outside since, you know, it's not really raining anymore, but it is still a little cold, so I got a space heater in the car right now in order to kind of warm things up, make the carpets a little more pliable. Ideally, you do this on a slightly more warm day than like this in the middle of March, but you know, that's probably going to be the best bet in order to get the carpet a little bit better fitted to the floor pan and help align things a little bit more. Still have some work to do with the front carpet, so I'm probably going to have to take it out, match it up with the stock one again, trim a little bit more since it's a little tight up front, maybe trim the back a little bit, and then hopefully you should finish up. Okay, so here's where we are at. The carpet is pretty much fitted in here. I've trimmed as much as I could. The only thing I have left, perhaps, are the little edges that go along the little plastic kind of L brackets that go along the edge of the carpet in order to secure them along the little pinch weld on the edge here. I do have a staple gun, however, they don't have a way to, you know, when a staple goes in, you know, the ends are supposed to kind of curl in to secure it. The staple guns that I have don't have that capability, so I might have to look into using a regular stapler here. Otherwise, this is looking awesome. Just definitely need to give it another vacuuming to clean everything up, but we're almost there. I'd say about 90% now. Okay, so in the process of wrapping up this carpet, I was able to get those clips from the side of the old carpet and secure them in here. Now, how I did that is with a bit of wire, pliers, and this little pokey ice pick device. And I essentially just poked holes through the carpet and enlarged the ones where the staples went through on the clips and used a bit of wire to kind of tie that into the carpet. Now, there might be a little area here in which the kind of the wire is raised and you might be able to feel it. However, along this entire edge here we will have the door sill on there, so it'll be pretty much hidden and out of sight and you won't be able to feel it, and it seems to secure this on pretty well. Now it's a little tight, obviously the carpet needs to kind of stretch a little bit, but I think that for securing the edge it's going to do well, and the door sill going in on top of it should do the trick.
Remember the time we lay on the grass on
Okay, the interior is finally back together, seats in, trims in, and boy, the new carpets look so good. Finally got away from the gross blue and whatnot. However, this isn't quite the end. There's still one more surprise that I have to round off this interior. And this is it. This is the very last piece of the puzzle. Expert OZ Floormats from Japan. Now these are meant for the A86, however, they will fit this car and a variety of others it seems, maybe even the Celica Supra. But this is a 5-piece kit, so I get the 2 front mats and then 3 pieces for the back. This third piece is actually supposed to go over the central hump, so kind of sit like that. And then the 2 just regular rear floor mats, and that's the last piece, and that's going to help match the gray and black theme I've got going. All started by these GTS door cards from the blue interior swap many years ago. Should look good. Although I didn't get to show you throwing them in, I'm sure that probably wouldn't have been too interesting, but there they are. Beautiful, beautiful checkered black and gray floor mats. So good. So good. Well, that's it for this one. That was an absurd amount of work, so if you're attempting this as well, take your time, make little adjustments, don't cut big chunks off, and hopefully some of the tips and tricks I've showed you with this will show you how you can also round off your interior. Till next time.